not a Christian. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. There's nothing wrong talking. That's what we don't push that for. Yeah, so take the push away. It's not a crime to speak. Why would you need to arrest him? Don't grab me. Why would you arrest him? What's wrong? It's not a crime to talk. Don't grab me.
He's knowing people now.
I am talking. I don't need to sit nowhere. I'm talking to you here. It's not a crime to speak. 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 I touch no one. I touch no one. That's a crime. Yeah, so let go of me. Why you come up with a cuss? I touch no one. Yeah, so let go of me. Let go of me. I done nothing. I done nothing. Get your hands off me. I done nothing. I done nothing. I done nothing. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. I done nothing.
I will leave alone.
So what do you want with me? Yes, so speak to me now. No, I'm not running no time. I'm not running no time. Done nothing wrong. Yes, so speak to me.
What's actually occurred?
Nothing's occurred. I've done nothing. I've not done nothing racist. No, I have not. I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing. You can't put this for nothing I ain't done. I ain't done nothing. I ain't done nothing. I don't need to take a seat for nothing. I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I did nothing. Can I get anything? I don't need to take a seat for nothing. I've done nothing. I've done nothing. I've done nothing.
All right, shalom, shalom. We'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Krakodash. I want to say and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders, a great millstone for teaching us this word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Hey, I'm my brother Gabar Yahweh from GMS Hawaii, coming to you in another quick video. Also want to say shalom to the elect. You know, this video right here, I know is making a circulation around the internet and obviously Israel, you know what I mean? But first and foremost, man, this guy was really out of order. You know what I'm saying? He was out of order. I'm not sure if he was in the midst of a protest. I'm not sure if that's like a speaker's corner where they get together and they're preaching and they're talking. You know, but when we go out there, brothers, it's imperative that we use wisdom at all times. You know, wisdom at all times. Yes, you can get your point across, but you don't have to be combative. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be violent. Why? Because we're not sent out there to be any of those things, man. The Lord said this in the book of Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. First of all, using wisdom, you got to know where you at. Is the place that you're setting up camp at, or you're preaching, or you're call yourself defending the gospel at, is it conducive to getting the word out? Because you'll be more useful out there on the streets prophesying than you will be in a prison house, you know? And this guy turned what could have just been a misunderstanding, what could have been just something to speak about, he turned it into something else. Resisting arrest, pushing on a police officer, so I'm sure that's another charge. Disorderly conduct. You see? Had he just calmed the fuck down, as soon as he saw them pulling up, he should have just calmed down. You know, put your hands up, went into submissive role, because everything else that led to it was not using wisdom. And this is an older man. I'm not saying he a part of any camp or nothing. Clearly, he knows he's an Israelite. He's heard it throughout being in the UK, because I think Nottingham is somewhere in the UK. You know, so he knows he's an Israelite, but I'm not sure what led up to his arrest. You know, he got him doing a back and forth with some woman. She told him to shut up. He says he's a Jew. He says he's an Israelite. You know, he's a real Christian. And then next thing you know, it turned into this. You know? So Jake wasn't arrested for just saying he was an Israelite. Jake was arrested for being non-agreeable, bro. And you got to be agreeable when you out here, man. You really do. And that's called using wisdom. You got to know where you at. You got to know where your audience is. You got to know where your what's going on around you at all times. And that's the reason why we have brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because brothers ain't just out there just for the sake of being out there. Real quick, this is I'll come back to that. This is yep. This is Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. Right? It says, if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? You know, if one, Salakia, brothers, give me a second. It says, if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken, man. So you see brothers out there together in unison and in the same spirit, speaking the same voice, speaking the same word of the same voice. We're not just out there just to be standing out there. You got brothers looking to see what's going on around. You got brothers holding posts. While they holding posts, they looking, they being observant, their heads on a swivel. You know, brothers is listening intently, so you know what posters to bring up when the head speaker is speaking. So you remaining in the spirit. Some people, some men, they don't want to be amongst the group. They want to be, they do the Lone Ranger shit. I'm gonna tell you from personal experience. Being out there by yourself is extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. And it's best to have other men with you. All right? And if say you want to get your point across, bro, you can go to a isolated area, set up the camera and speak. You know, you don't gotta be amongst the group. We've done all that. We've been amongst the hundreds of thousands of people, man. Listen, them people ain't finna get the truth. They ain't trying to hear the truth. And again, when authority comes up, you have to know how to deal with them, bro. Again, that's part of wisdom. Let's go back to St. Matthew's. St. Matthew's. Salakia. Back to St. Matthew chapter 10. St. Matthew's 10 and 20. Salakia. St. Matthew 10 and 16 again. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves, man. And this guy, he wasn't being wise at all. And he's an older man, you know. And now he got a whole bunch of charges on him that he shouldn't have. Let's say he was in the right. Let's say he was in the right. He was just speaking. He didn't attack nobody. He didn't hit nobody. Cool. Well, when the cops roll up, you humble down. You listen to what they got to say, and you explain your cause either there or in front of a judge. But you do not, I repeat, you do not fight with anybody. You do not pour nothing out on anybody. You don't be aggressive, man. You got to be harmless as a dove. A dove is harmless. When you see doves around you at a park or you walking, no one's scared of them because they're harmless. They trying to get away from you. You know, they probably want some bread or something. You know, and that's spiritual, you know, because the doves want the bread of life. But even still, they're not bothering nobody, you know. And you got to be wise as a serpent. You got to use that serpent wisdom. A serpent doesn't just growl at you and claw at you because it doesn't have any claws. It doesn't have a voice box to growl. But what it does is, if it sees its prey, it'll coil up until that very opportunistic time to strike. And then it strikes, man. Right? But it's not loud and boisterous, man. And you got a lot of Jake out there that might have seen a few videos where the men of the Lord were being aggressive and vocal, you know, at a time. But that's all part of the learning experience, man. And growing too. You got to know where you at. When you out there, brothers, use wisdom, bro. Don't be like this guy. Don't be like him. It's not just about, oh man, he got booked for being an Israelite. No, he didn't get booked just for being an Israelite. This man was completely out of order. He was completely out of order by his behavior, by his reaction to authority. Because guess what? We're all under authority. We under Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We under the apostles, the bishop, elders, the men of the Lord, the other men of the Lord. But guess what? We also under authority to this white man. You know, and there's times where Esau will deal with you and he won't mess with you, man. This is St. Matthew 5:25. Agree with thine adversary quickly while thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. And that's what happened to this guy. Let's say his adversary were those people that were around him. He should have fell back. This ain't going nowhere. Let me just get out of here. Instead, they called the coppers. Coppers came and got him. He didn't agree with them. Now he got to go to the judge, and now he has to risk being thrown into prison. He might lose his job after a couple of days, or not showing up, not being able to tell him where he at. A whole host of problems gonna come behind that. And he, rightfully so, he might be saying, well, I was just speaking. How can you arrest me for speaking? I thought we had freedom of speech. Well, that you might be correct. But because you acted like this, it's too much, bro. You got to know when you're doing too much. Wisdom. We're wise men out here, bro. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai give us all wisdom, bro. You know, everybody got something to say. You don't know what you're talking about. Y'all ain't got this. Y'all ain't got that. But hey, we moving in wisdom out here, bro. We see what's going on around us. We see the people we dealing with. These people got demons on them, bro. So you got to know how to exercise them and deal with them, bro. Real talk. It's not just people just see you on a camera and think, oh, I could do that. People just see you out there on the highways and byways and just belittle your role, but you don't know what goes on behind that. You don't know the wisdom. You don't know the sacrifice. You don't know the understanding that you have to have in order to be out there and to be qualified as a man of the Lord, bro. First, it starts with the calling that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has given us. Then it starts with the studying to show yourself approved. Then it's you have to have faith. Okay? You have to have faith. You have to have patience. You got to learn to be patient in suffering. There's a lot that go on with this, man, and people do not understand that. It's not just about yelling, I'm an Israelite. I'm an Israelite. We know, bro. It's billions of Israelites on the earth, man. But not everybody's going to get it. You got to understand that, too. So I just wanted to bring this out, man. Just admonish brothers, don't be like this guy, man. Don't be like this guy. Use wisdom, man. As that would say, shalom, on to the next.